centuries ago was used. Did y'all know that?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there were a lot of people who got lucky and they YOLO sold today. I was actually prepared, and the reason why I was prepared for this today was because this trend line from ages ago, from way down over here, sorry, let me go back. This trend line from down here was the one that cut right into that. Can y'all believe that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm telling you guys, this is some of the most basic stuff that people do. They absolutely miss. They absolutely miss this. There were, okay, so during what was supposed to be the U.S. session, we all saw that buy spike that happened up, right? It was this one.
Yeah.
It was this buy spike right here. This little one where everyone got so excited. They were like, yes, this is it. We finally are going to make money. This is finally going to escape up and everything. Let's see. Wait, did someone, what is that bouncing noise?
Not mine.
It should be like a trigger, I think. That's what it sounds like.
That's usually that sounds like internet going in and out on like Trader's Way or something like that when it starts up and it kicks out.
Why are you guys using Trader's Way?
Well, I started 2 months ago and somebody recommended Trader's Way and I signed up for them. Now I'm stuck with all this money in there and I don't.
Oh, wait a second. That's Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, how you doing?
I didn't realize you were in here.
I have I got your link. You sent me the link for Broker Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I signed up for a demo on that today, and I got started on that.
Do you like it any better?
I just started like my internet went out today. I just had to hardwire it in. My wireless went out, so I didn't have internet all day. I'm gonna try it out though. I'm gonna try it. I got all this money in Trader's Way though.
So y'all realize that GBP JPY is not really coming up anytime soon. Y'all do realize that, right?
I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like it's gonna just continue going down.
Like, okay, because today I talked to a lot of traders who were trying to buy this. For the life of me, I have no idea why.
That's what somebody just posted, and I don't know if you just saw I posted that. I said, well, he said I'm in a buy, and then I said, well, why don't you look at the 15, the 30, the hour, the 4 hour, and the daily? So I don't know why you're in a buy.
See, a lot of traders don't look here. There was a trader yesterday that was telling me that this was a long-term buy. They were expecting a long-term buy up to 138, right? But if you clearly go to the 1 week chart, on TradingView, and you look at it, if this will let me, because my internet's being really slow right now, you will see that we have clearly escaped from the uptrend. Like, this is, we're no longer on the overall uptrend anymore.
Yeah. For a week.
No matter what type of trader you are, whether you're a scalper or a position trader, if you are not looking at the zoomed out charts, you are missing out.
This was a nice sell actually for a long time now.
This is very true, but you know what? I mean, you gotta realize that most traders don't really look at this.
Right.
They completely fail, and this is how the big boys, the people with the real money,
yeah.
the people with the real money, this is how they trade.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern that I showed you, Larry, is literally the same thing right here. Okay, one right there. So it doesn't matter what time frame you're trading. All of these have a similar pattern. And as naked traders, this is what you're going to learn.
So is it looking at a 6? Is it just a 5 pattern, or can it be a 6 pattern, or
I can't hear you, Jeff.
I watch Spider.
is it just a 5 pattern? Is that what you're doing?
No.
All right, guys. So price movement, no matter economics or even technicals, it tends to move in waves, right? It tends to move in waves. As a naked trader, this is one tool you can use. You can simply look for high probability wave movement. If you looked at the weekly, for instance, you would see that this was 1 reversal, 2 reversal, 3 reversal. This bottomed out here, so this is the 4th reversal. The 5th reversal is usually a high probability move. Wherever the 5th reversal is, it'll usually keep going in that direction. This is the same thing on, no, I can't, did I just get rid of it? Crap. This is, wow, I just got rid of that one too. This is the same thing that we saw on the minute chart for gold. This is what I was trying to show y'all earlier in the, this was what I was trying to show y'all earlier in the Telegram, that gold had a high probability up at the point that I showed y'all. Oh, what the heck? What's up with that? What the heck? Why is my stuff not? Wow, what the heck? Sorry, I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay. Like,
So you trade only on TradingView?
believe it or not, I mostly trade on my phone. But that's because what I'll do is for the week I'll have a marked up gold chart where I marked up pair, and I'll actually memorize zones and stuff like that. So back when I warned y'all that this had a high probability of, it's the same thing. We had 1 reversal. We had a 2nd reversal. We had a 3rd reversal. We had 4th reversal. Then on the 5th reversal, it's a high probability move. Whatever direction the 5th reversal is in will usually go. Whenever this webinar is recorded, you will see that this 5th reversal was worth an easy 30 pips, or at the bare minimum 25 pips, or even 20 pips if you bought in anywhere here. This is one way to catch high probability moves when you're naked trading. Is there any questions so far? Now, right now on gold, this is obviously as the bears have stepped in, you do not want to be trading this right now. It has failed both breakouts in both directions. This is very, very undecided. This is what you want to wait for. Even though these are not that important in the grand scale of things, these are going to be the excuses needed to push gold in a certain direction. Y'all realize that anybody who isn't scalping here, if you're actually trying to hold a position, you're literally rolling dice right now. Y'all know that, right?
I'm learning.
What's up?
Because that's why I'm not in it, because I don't know.
Good. Now let's look at it. Let's look at it from technical traders usually they speculate on this. So right now, as you can see, the flag has died. For a long time, gold was a giant flag. This is why we knew to buy for a long time. Because as you can see here, this was a flag. If you get the chance to catch my last webinar, I explained that we are clearly in a gold flag. The question that a lot of people are asking right now, as both technical with indicator traders and naked traders, and probably the world is this a retracement or is this a hard bounce? And the honest answer to y'all's question is we don't know yet. So this is why you have to learn to catch the tops and the bottoms of movements. Whenever you're in a market of uncertainty, the real winners of this game are the ones who know how to catch a top and how to catch a bottom. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You want to sell on resistance and buy at support. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. A lot of people on gold hesitate, right? A lot of people on gold hesitate. So what you see right here on the 1 minute, guys, these are all of the people who hesitated. This is what all of this right here. These people are late. They're late. So earlier today, with Candace on the Telegram, unfortunately, y'all either hadn't joined or were offline. This dropped, right? This obviously dropped. But
yes.
what do we know about giant moves when they reverse? When a giant move reverses, what's the usual retrace? Like what, 50-60%?
50%, yeah.
It's usually about 50-60%. So if that is the logic of the drop stalling here, why did I tell her to buy gold and then take profit here? Why would I do that?
Well, it was smart for one thing.
Because everything that goes down comes back
Comes
up.
up.
And that's where people fail. That's where people fail to understand, especially on gold. Gold likes to bounce. Gold is the ultimate test of price action. Can anyone tell me why on earth this stopped at 1338? Why 1338? How come it stopped there, and why not stop at, like, let's say why not stop at perhaps? Oh yeah, I drew a Pikachu down here. I think I still have it. Why not stop at? Why not stop like down here at 13? Why not stop here? Wait, what? Go away. We don't like you. Go away. Go away. Really? You guys never have anything nice in the world. Okay, well, we're just gonna work around that. So, how come the price didn't stop here, or it didn't stop here? Can anyone tell me why was 1338 why was this right here so important?
Well, there had to be resistance there.
Why? Why that one?
I don't know.
How about we look left?
Look left, yeah.
How about we look left?
I'm looking left.
Do you see how the price tends to have, let's see, we have one wick, right? We have one wick right here. We have a 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 wick right here. That is the reason why that point was chosen. You guys always have to look left. So as soon as gold had hit 1338, that is why I told Candace when she was online, you need to buy gold right now because it's going to bounce up. Because bull logic is that if the bears are fighting an uptrend, which gold is definitely on an uptrend, and as we can see here, it's clearly on an uptrend. Bull logic is that they are not willing to go past these barriers from back in the day. You know? Does that make sense? It's these magical little things in the past that will destroy people that don't know any better. There were people who literally sold right here. Do you see that? Back in the day, this was a support. This was a very strong support.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe that that was what was chosen to make people lose money today? Isn't that strange?
Well, are
You want to know?
they not looking left?
No, man. They're either following the indicator that told them that this was a strong sell,
Mhm.
or
Mm-hmm.
they chased a sell, and they literally fell for the trap. They fell right for the trap right here. See, where others saw a sell, we saw a buy, because this is obviously a support, right? This is obviously a support, and the price tends to have the price at this number at like 1238. It tends to put up a fight. If you zoom in, see how the price flips here, and it kind of has a hard time doing something, like it has to make up its mind at that point. And you come here, it's the same thing. This is on the downtrend. When we're on the uptrend, right? When we're on the uptrend, it's a clear support. By all logic, this is obviously a top, right? This
Yep.
is obviously a top.
Mhm.
And most of the time, bear logic is this, right? That makes sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So bear logic is, oh my God, this is a top. We have to do something about this. But some ungodly event made this just push it up. Whether it was an event at the time, it was probably an economic event, or it was just big money intervening. This was a huge support. This was a huge support, because that type of reversal can cause an uptrend for 600 pip, or like, 6,000 pips. Sorry, y'all see what I'm talking about, right? Like at that point right there, we had a huge reversal. So historically, this is an important support point. This is why you have to look left. You have to see the story that is told before. These charts are a storybook. They tell you everything you need to know. If you combine that with fundamental analysis, you can't lose. So, clue one was China obviously likes to play games with gold, right? So, the minute this fell, I immediately knew that this was heading to 1338. Even though I missed the sell because I didn't push the button fast enough, we caught the buy. And the reason why was because I took the time to look left. It literally took me about 30 seconds to see this right here. This little point is historically important because this shot up 6,000 gold pips, or 7,000 gold, or you get the point, you get the math. This is obviously a huge deal because this was a springboard for up here, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when China went through the trouble of dumping large amounts of gold today, when they did that today over here at the same point, historically speaking, the Chinese actually stopped dumping at that same point. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And look at gold attempting to break out up. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth movement, boom. You guys wonder, the ones who have live traded with me before in the chats, wonder how on earth I figure this stuff out. Well, this is how I do it. This is how you catch pips that don't exist to most people. You want to know what the sad part is? There are people who are praying right here that sold right there because they chased a sell and they didn't bother to look left. See, look at gold going up as we speak. I told you guys that this was going to break out up, correct? I said
Yeah.
the higher probability was up.
Right.
Well, look at it trying. Look at it trying to go. Now let's look at this from a closer standpoint. We have stupid thing. We have one bottom right here, right? At this is a bottom, right? It's one bottom. Then when you go further, this is another bottom. So we technically have a double bottom. So this is going up. Again, if you guys did not buy gold in this range when I suggested that you did with high probability up, y'all missed out. Do not chase this trade, but you would have made it easy 30, now 40 pips.
Wow.
This is how you put the pieces together. This is how you put the pieces together to figure out what's going to happen next, gentlemen. Now, if this bottom right here, if this bottom that I suggested, if this did not hold and it continued down, I wouldn't have said anything because it's obviously just going to go, correct? Does anybody have any questions so far?
No.
Has anything that I said been confusing, or do I need to clarify anything, or y'all are free to ask as many questions as you want, or y'all can even try to call a trade.
How do you
I'm down for whatever.
How do you know when to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Always do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after a huge movement. I will actually show you an example. One of my best examples of this is during Brexit. Immediately, man, I hope y'all bought gold, man. I hope y'all bought gold because this is going to head to about here.
Really?
Yeah. Well, look at it, Jeff.
I'm looking at it. I've got it on my screen, blowing up on my other monitor. I'm looking at it.
It's going to test that point. And the reason why I know it won't, the reason why I knew this was going to go up is because not just because of the pattern, but also because of fundamental analysis. I didn't just use technical analysis, I used fundamental analysis. London's in trouble, guys. England's in trouble. They don't realize how much they have screwed up with Brexit, especially with David Cameron, that whole David Cameron debacle today, and also the person who led the Brexit campaign admitting that he's leaving his post because his job is done, basically saying goodbye to England. That's causing a lot of uncertainty. All of these people who were wanting to sell gold in this range, there were many reasons why they shouldn't have sold. I mean, right now we witnessed a simple spike up. If y'all had bought gold even here, or if you bought gold here, as I gave several hints, y'all are